All right, this is Lynn with Lynn's Hangouts, and we're here tonight at Louie's Cocktail Lounge in Rancho Cordova, hanging out with the always fun band Push. So,
yay.
And yay! And tonight we're chatting with Scott Nipper, one of the guitarists, of the band. So thanks, Scott, for hanging out with us tonight.
Thanks.
Very
Thanks
cool,
for having
very cool.
me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for doing an interview with me.
Yeah.
That's great. Very cool. So let's do some discovery as to what brings out the musical side of you. So you were born and raised in the South, and how did this influence your love of music?
Well, let's see, how did that influence my love of music? I can remember going out to campgrounds, going camping with my family, and I remember this, we lived in South Carolina, and I remember we went to this one campground, and there was this pavilion, and there was this country band that was playing there, and it was so cool because they were all decked out in their country garb and playing little country songs, and I was just mesmerized by that.
And how old were you at this time?
I was probably 8 or 9 years old.
How cute. How sweet.
Yeah.
So that kind of started it.
It did.
So the Southern country rock.
It did.
Yeah.
And we moved to North Carolina, up in the hills, up in the Appalachians, and the folks up there that were playing, the instruments, with all the bluegrass stuff and the banjos and people with tub basses and washboards and just sitting around and on the front porch and playing guitar. It was so much fun.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's like they could just make instruments out of anything.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Very cool. I can see how that would influence you. Very cool. Very cool. So when did you start playing guitar?
I started when I was 11 years old.
Wow.
And that was should I say when that was? Maybe I shouldn't say when that was.
You can say whatever you want. It's your interview.
That'll get people do the math and figure out how old I am. So
we'll keep them guessing.
Yeah, that was in 1982. No.
Okay.
No.
80s rock.
No, that was a long time ago.
Okay.
That was a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 11. That's awesome. Very cool. Did you have any formal lessons?
I didn't. My brother taught me. My brother was a guitar player. Is a guitar player.
Oh,
He's an excellent guitar player, singer. Got a Grateful Dead tribute band back in Alexandria, Virginia.
Wow.
And we've had original bands together, and he's a singer-songwriter, so we had some singles and stuff out when we were in LA and doing stuff. But he taught me, and so he didn't take lessons, and I didn't take them for a long time. It was probably 4 or 5 years before I started taking lessons.
Wow.
So
cool.
self-taught.
Yeah. It's funny, all the interviews that I do, the best musicians were self-taught on the interviews. It's amazing. Everybody tells me that. It's like, took a few lessons, but really self-taught. And it's kind of a common thread that I'm seeing, and I love it because you're so good. You're so good.
Thanks.
Just have that musical ability, basically.
Thanks.
So yeah, very cool, very cool. So you have the ability to play rock, country, and blues, etc.
Hey, that's my bike. Get back!
He stole your bike. So you brought all your guitars on your bike tonight. Okay, interesting. We'll have to do another interview with that one. That's funny. So you have the ability to play rock, country, blues, etc. What is your favorite genre?
Oh, my favorite genre. I would say it's rock and blues. My guitar hero is Dwayne Allman and the Allman Brothers.
God, yes.
And so
long live the Allman Brothers.
I really idolized those guys, and and went through a few copies of Live at Fillmore East when it first came out, and then bought all their albums and learned their stuff, and that was really as a result of being with Derek and the Dominoes and his work with Eric Clapton, who was also a huge influence on me, just straight ahead rock. I'd say that's my favorite genre.
I can see that because you really rock the rock. What can I say? I mean, you're killing it tonight. Just new songs that I haven't heard you guys do before, and really having a blast. And everybody else is too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are probably still at the restaurants because
it is
Valentine's Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we're having fun, and we're
but the ones
happy.
that are here are just
we're
so
glad
digging
that
it. Yeah.
folks are here and that they're digging it.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Excuse me. So, do you play any other instruments?
I do. I actually learned piano many years ago, so I play a little bit of piano, enough to know what the keys were supposed to do and play chords. And I played saxophone. I was a music major in college, so I took woodwinds and studied. And I played sax and when I was in a top 40 band for a while, and but currently I play dobro and slide guitar and lap steel. I have a lap steel and I have a pedal steel and a resonator guitar. So
very cool.
You know,
get a little that country blues in there.
A lot of country blues and bluegrass and stuff.
Yeah, very nice. Very impressive. Very cool. So great. Well, I know you love to be in front of audiences and ensure everyone has a good time. And I've seen you during breaks out dancing with some of the fans to the recorded music. So have you always felt the urge to make sure others are entertained?
I guess I have. You know, I always love it when people are having a good time, and I love being part of helping them have a good time. And you know, I'm like being the center of attention.
Very cool. Hey, what guitarist is not?
I'm not afraid to admit that, I
so
suppose.
Funny. No, just kidding. That's great. I love it. No, it's so true. It's very true. And it should be. You know, everybody loves the guitarist. So very cool.
Yeah. I know I do.
Yeah,
you know,
there you go.
When I go hear other guitarists, you know, I enjoy it as much as I do playing it.
Yeah, well, I have to say, if I was to play an instrument, it would be the guitar. So I'm with you there. I just love the guitars. Cool. Yeah, they're very cool. Very, very cool. Well, you're very entertaining, and we're greatly enjoy the effort that you do give us. So thank you. And I do watch you up there. And tonight you've been smiling at all of the fans that are out there dancing. So I know you're enjoying us out there, enjoying you. So it's very cool.
And that's what I feed off of. You know.
Oh
and,
yeah.
I really do. When people are having fun, it just makes me want to have fun and more fun. So I do really feed off.
It's a good relationship.
Yeah.
The band and the fans. Very cool. Yeah, great, excellent. So I know I was going to ask you earlier. I mean, I did ask you earlier if you wanted to mention anything that you can remember that was very funny or interesting story that's happened to you in your musical career. If you have anything, if not, don't worry about it.
What?
We can move on.
I have a lot, actually.
I bet you do.
So I was trying to think of things that might be appropriate for,
that's great.
For the audience, and because there's a lot of great times and a lot of good things.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine was just telling me the other day, a former keyboard player that played with me, and he was telling me when he reminded me when we were playing at Jaeger's, if you remember Jaeger's in Folsom.
Oh yeah.
And we used to play down there. We were a band called Jabberjaw, and he was reminding me one time of these strippers that came in, and how they were trying to. And I was the lead singer in the band. I was the leader of the band, and so I was up front. And how apparently they were trying to throw me off by getting in my face and doing their thing and stuff.
So funny. And deliberately trying to throw you off.
I guess I don't know. That's what he was saying. I didn't even remember it until he told it to me, and I thought, oh yeah, I do remember
what they were doing. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's great. I love it. Well, we'll have to talk offline about some other ones.
Oh, there's some good ones
that we cannot put on tape.
Yeah.
That's great. That's super. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say to Lynn's Hangouts and to your fans?
Well, Lynn's Hangout, I'm telling you, we love you,
thank you.
We're so happy to be part of what you do, and that you like us, and we
part
love
of my
you,
family.
and keep doing what you're doing, because I think it's so great for the community.
Thank you.
And we want to support you 100%, whatever we can do. So
thank you.
Thank you for
I'm glad to help.
Thanks
I
for
hope
what you do to the community.
Thank
it's so
you.
fun to have you out there too, because you're so much fun. So you obviously love what you do too.
I do.
And
I love to pull people out there. It's my whole mission is to get people out on the dance floor. They get some exercise, get going, enjoy the music. So
well, I know everybody appreciates it. So
that's great.
It's a wonderful
Thank you.
thing you're doing.
Well, thank you. That keeps me going. So thank you very much. All right.
right.
Well, you know
Thanks,
what? Let's go get a little bit of a beverage, get you some more break going on, and then we'll go back and rock.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you, Scott.
All right.
All right.